good, everybody? I'm Neal, Newberry, host of Live from the Nickel.
What's good, everybody? It's your guy Neal, host of Live from the Nickel. We back at it again. Hope everybody's staying hydrated out there. It's real hot today. Hot day. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we got the Scott Bulldog Weekend Picnic today. So if you guys out there, make sure you guys stay hydrated out there, people, because it's hot. You know, we sponsored by School Matters, so make sure if y'all want the t-shirts, hoodie season is coming very soon, so we can get them hoodies back out to you guys. Just stay hydrated, people. For the next 5 days, it's gonna be hot, so stay hydrated. I don't want nobody passing out there, so stay cool, enjoy yourself. One thing I want to say is I want to give a big shout out to my favorite Mexican, Dave from Hot 97.3. I was on the radio earlier this week on Tuesday, so it was a great experience. My man Nick was there. I gave some big shout outs. He's working on the video right now, so hopefully we'll have it here in the next couple of days so you guys can see it and get to hear the audio. But you guys know, I put a picture up there. Make sure you guys click on the audio. You can hear the audio. It's not bad. It's actually good, actually, but we're working on the video. So like I said, I want to give a big shout out to my favorite Mexican, Hot 97.3, Dave, my guy. Thank you, my brother. I really appreciate you letting me come on the show. My man T, what's up, man?
Like you said, man, it's a hot one out there. I'm another week closer, man, to getting this EMG about this calf strain or nerve muscle I got, man. But
okay,
it was a challenging week, man, but I made it through, man. So just glad to be here with y'all again.
Absolutely. Now, so remember, we talked, they had it in October.
Yeah, it's hard to
So they moved it up.
No. Oh. I'm just a week closer, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, we need to call the doctor, man, and tell him, like, hey, you got to move this fast. My brother Cav is killing him. He got the cane today. Like,
yeah. For sure.
Steph did say he looked like a pimp.
Steph, shout out to our favorite bartender, Stephanie, up there saying, my man, he come walking in like a G. It's an old school pimp. All he was missing was his hat with the flower right on it. You know, and a pink Cadillac. the long body, the Fleetwood.
I'm gonna bring Pinky back.
Pinky. It's Pinky, baby.
Aww.
You know what I'm saying? This is what we do. We have fun on the show. What's up, sis?
Another week. Glad to be here. It's hot out today.
It is.
It's so bad. I'm gonna go home and sit in my splash pad with my dog.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she got 2 days off this week back to back. That's
I know.
rare.
That was like luxurious.
I still wish you could have went got to see the little circus thing they got over at the mall there. That was
Oh
pretty.
yeah, the
that's pretty
Paranormal
sweet.
Circus. I think it's still tonight and tomorrow. If people want to check it out, it looks really
it's kind
cool.
of hot, but I think you still should go check it out.
Or at least drive by the mall and look at it because it looks really
I think you should. Take some pictures. Go inside, maybe get a little look or something. You work so much, you gotta have some top time.
I know.
One of the hardest working bartenders in the city.
Yes, it is.
So make sure y'all come see her at JD's, man. She's not always here, but she's here majority of the
A
time.
lot. With football season coming up, I'll always be here.
Rock the bells.
Football
Yeah.
coming.
For sure. So you guys see the gentleman next to us, man. We was chopping up, me and Mr. Brown was chopping up with him a little bit before the show starts and everything. Found out he's from Philly. I see got the Detroit Pistons jersey on. I'm not a Pistons fan, but on the back, it speaks for itself. I got my man AI on the back of that, obviously, one of the best shooting guards ever. He is from Philly, so he knows AI. Not personally, but he's seen him when he first got there, you know what I'm saying? So he is a legend. He's such a legend now because, well, he's been on radio for 8 years? 9 years on radio?
Here?
No, just all the way around.
Oh, longer than that.
Since '98.
Since 98, you guys. This man's been doing radio since 98. It's a long time. A lot of y'all too young to remember the radio was popping back in the day. Y'all so used to YouTube now. But that's a long time. Since 98. Damn, I graduated in 96. Wow, shit. Like I said, this guy's a pioneer, a legend. Good dude. Like I said, he's been doing his thing, got his own radio show here now in Toledo, and got a podcast popping off. So y'all got to check it out. I'm going to let him tell you the podcast. This guy is nice with it. I want to welcome Eric Chase to the nickel. What's up, Eric? What's going on, buddy?
Thanks for having me. Two of those things is right. I'm sorry, one of those things. Good dude, mostly, but not a legend and not whatever the other one was. Not at all.
You see, rocking the Philly hat and stuff like that. Before we tap in with our guests, man, and talk to them and stuff, I got a gift for him. My man Nick's always hand with that. This is our appreciation. Anybody that comes on the show, we always show our appreciation.
I appreciate it. Do you want? I brought you some stuff. Do you want it now or later on?
We'll take the gifts now. We love gifts, don't we, fellas?
We never get gifts.
Just an array of things.
I love the bag too. I love the bag.
It's one less dog bag I have,
Oh no!
but I'll use this instead.
Yeah,
Somebody will
yeah.
see it and they're like, "Oh, good, Eric's finally recycling his dog bags."
Yes.
They said he recycled it at the green bag.
Yeah.
So what you got in the bag? I mean,
Some shirts, some koozies, some stickers.
oh wow.
My friend puts on Monroe Comic Con up in Monroe, so some tickets for that if you want.
Awesome. Oh, I'll go.
Do with it
I'll
what
go to that.
you'd like.
Okay, I'm gonna take some. We got we got a koozie.
That's awesome.
We got a koozie, and we got a. I'll play. We got the T-shirt. Oh, look at this. Now, this is what I'm talking about, you guys. You see, they showed us the T-shirts and everything. Oh yeah.
Oh, those are pretty.
Oh wow, that is nice.
Yeah, okay, I appreciate that, brother. Here you go.
That's real nice.
Awesome.
You got some. Which one you guys want to shirt? You got a shirt? You got
Well,
some.
we'll put them all out.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you got koozies in here too and everything. So
Put it all out.
I got me a koozie. So thank you for that. I love my koozies.
Thank you so
I'm a big koozie guy.
much.
Thought Nick would just. I give Nick the T-shirt. Man, they were wearing a T-shirt. We got me and Mr. Brown take. I got enough T-shirts, but I appreciate it. But I'll take the koozie.
Please,
Because
yeah.
when I'm drinking, I'll have to have, put my stuff in there. So how we do it here is the young lady, our sister. We're gonna pick your brain a little bit, get to know you, let our audience know who you are, and then we'll jump into a little sports talk. This is the first week of NFL season, so I'm happy it's back. See, so we got some stuff to chime in with. You can chime in with us on it. So, Mr. Amanda,
Excited about the
have the floor
sports
again,
starting
lady.
up. So you were born in Philly.
Yes.
What led you to Toledo initially? How'd you end up in Toledo?
That was a very long path. I moved to Detroit in '99, and then I went to Orlando, then Saginaw, then
Wow.
here, then back home, then to Allentown, Pennsylvania, which is kind of like Philadelphia's Toledo. After that, I came back to Detroit, and then I came here in 2013, and this is my
Wow.
last stop.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You want to stay here? You want to be permanent here?
It's become my home. The
Yeah.
community has embraced me, so this will be my last traditional radio job, and I'll be here, barring me getting an island in the Caribbean with my name on
Right.
it. I'll be here for a
That's
long
the
time.
goal. That's the dream. How have you been able to keep doing what you love for so long with all the different changes in media? And streaming and
I adapt.
and all those different things.
I adapt. Neal mentioned the podcast. I guess I was an early adopter of that, listening to them, but also doing my own, because you've got to be as many places as possible. There are people who know me and like me, and me being on the radio for them is like the lowest thing. At the top, it's my dogs, but it's like my Instagram stuff or whatever else, and radio doesn't even resonate with them. So I'm adaptable.
That's awesome. That's excellent. So you've been a great advocate and a voice for mental health, also helping others by sharing your own experiences with mental health. Us being majority sports podcast, how important do you think that mental health is in sports, and specifically men's mental health in sports? Because sometimes I feel like that gets overlooked and it doesn't really get discussed.
It's a lot better now for two reasons. There have been some high-profile athletes. The one that always jumps out to me is Kevin Love, who talked about some of his challenges. I think he was dealing with anxiety. It's a big deal because, as I often say when I do talks, if you break your leg, if you, have a cavity or something, whatever it is, you can go about your day, but when your brain's not working, it is incredibly hard to go about doing anything.
Absolutely.
So the brain is the computer that runs the machine. It's a big deal in sports, and I'm glad that one, more athletes are talking out about it, and two, you do have a younger generation that's coming in where mental health is more part of their day-to-day life. So
Absolutely.
before long, it will be really less of a stigma than it is now. But you're always going to have the fact that you're the alpha of all alphas, and they're
Right.
never going to want to admit weakness.
Exactly.
So there will always be a wall there because of what they do, and with football and the precariousness of how their jobs can go away like that.
Absolutely.
You're gonna you might be riddled with anxiety, but you want to get out there because you might lose your job.
Absolutely.
And then, especially where in football, a lot of athletes, it's their only way to a decent life. So they're going to power through what they might know as depression or
Exactly.
anything, just so they can continue their livelihood. But it's a lot better than where it was. Like, my diagnosis was in 2005, and it was a great day because I knew who the villain was. And there was a lot of misses in doctors that I visited to try to get help. But that was 10, 15 years or so ago, and we've literally come 1,000 years in mental health in a very short period of time. Unfortunately, a lot of it thanks to COVID. People realized
Absolutely.
that I can't stay in my house all day, which was great for me. I loved it. But for the average person, it was people finally started to pay attention more to their mental health.
Absolutely. I'm the same way. I'm introverted. I'm not really somebody that's super outgoing, which is weird because of the job I have. I almost feel like it has me as an actor or an actress kind of like, okay, I'm putting on, I'm putting on a show for everybody. I still get like sweaty palms when we do our podcast and things like that. What do you use to kind of help you overcome like your anxiety or your different things that you have going on to be able to be on podcasts or be on the radio or kind of have to like go out and meet people or see different things like that? Because I get like the worst. I'm like the worst.
This is easy. This is nothing for me.
Yeah.
It was more like last night. I was asked to be a part of the Mommy Summer Fair.
Oh wow.
It's not something that most things that people traditionally enjoy, I don't.
Right.
And it's not even like a social anxiety or fear of crowds. It's just, not my cup of tea per se. But I still, want to help my friends out and do what I can.
Right.
So it's kind of like in the same way that athletes work themselves out. Like
You
if
psych yourself in,
it's a pitcher's day to pitch, you go through your routine, you get up to the mound, you get prepared. I do the same thing. It's like go there, mill around, talk to people, get the vibe going, grab a drink, know my endpoints, like
Right.
I gotta be here, here, and here, I can leave at here. It's not gonna be all night. Some positive self-talk of like,
Yes.
You might see people that you haven't seen in a long time.
Yes.
And then I'm smart with like my days off. Like I had a lot of G Fest things to do last week, so my work didn't see me till Tuesday. This weekend's been a little busy for me, and I also have to like kind of start picking days off of my vacation.
Yeah.
So I'm taking off on Tuesday to kind of recharge and
Making
do what
time
I
for
enjoy.
yourself.
Yeah,
Making time for
yeah,
yourself and making
yeah.
sure you
It's
take care of
never.
yourself.
I've been very fortunate that a lot of things that people who are going through a mental health battle now are slowly embracing and understanding. I've kind of done for the majority of my adult life. It's how literally I'm still alive.
Thank you for sharing that.
No problem. It's the best I have to offer other than bringing my dogs here.
Oh my gosh, I'm a big dog person, so yeah, I love that. I love that.
You guys
I know
should-
that they're your stars of your Instagram.
Did you guys look up what my dog's names are?
I did not.
I didn't know what.
I've just seen pictures.
I have two dogs. They're beagle mixes. One is named my younger one, and they're like 15 and 12.
Oh.
But you'd never know. The younger one, his name is Andre, N''DRE. But the other one's name is Diddy. Diddy.
Are you serious?
Baby,
So
spelled the same and everything.
I got
Come
him when I
on,
moved.
Eric, are you serious?
I got him when I moved to
It's a
Detroit.
cute name. It's just because Diddy ruined it.
I got him when I moved to Detroit in 2012. I was going through a very challenging time, and my dad's like, maybe you miss having a dog around.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's ridiculous. Like, I can barely get to work. The next week, all right, are you guys all parents?
Oh yeah,
I'm a
I have
dog
two daughters.
parent. Not a real dog.
They'll understand this. The
Dog
next
parent.
week, I had this great idea. Just like, hit me like I had this epiphany. I was like, I should go get a dog. Somewhere my dad's like, did it again. So I go and get the dog, and he was great, but I was so concerned more about getting him situated in the home, house trained, all that stuff. I didn't care about the name. I was like, Diddy, it's fine. And obviously that's been problematic, and as more stuff came out about him, people started to go, are you going to change his name? I'm like, no, are you going to change your name?
You can't now.
Yeah.
You can change his
He's had
name
the name
now.
for so many years, and Diddy stuff just came out. So
So the biggest adjustment I had to do was, you know, when you go to the vet, depending on where you go, they put all the patients' names up on the board. I was like, you should probably stop writing Diddy up there.
Just
So you don't have to answer questions,
Yeah,
and you don't
just-
send them
yeah,
my
we
way.
can abbreviate it.
I like that. You might want to stop writing his name on the board.
Oh,
so you
I
get all
love
these questions. You know, it's. I like it.
His puppy had his name way before all the crap with the family Diddy, so he just needs to keep his name.
Absolutely true. That's great. I like that. Andre, the first one?
Yeah, N apostrophe DRE.
I love
It was
that.
incredibly hard to find an N for a boy, so I spelled it that way. He's named for my mom, who passed away 10 years ago, and she is really she's the reason for my love of dogs. She's the one that my dad was worried every time that she would go out without the family, she'd come home with the dog. So
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
familiar with that. I'd have 1,000 if I could.
right, if I had a yard, I'd have more. I tried to bring home a puppy a couple weeks ago, and as I suspected, my dog Andre is extremely attached to me, and
He wasn't having it.
no, this puppy would have been perfect, but I could see the stress seething through Andre,
Yes.
and he went from sadness to, if you fall asleep, I'm gonna cut you.
Yeah.
Real fast.
You can tell their moods.
Territorial.
Yeah, it was like that with my last dog that I had before my puppy I have now. Like, it was to the point where, you know, his 2 companions that I had with him had passed away, and I was like, do I get another puppy or do I just let him be peaceful?
Yeah.
And I definitely got that vibe from him where he was like, I'm cool, just doing me and taking all your attention.
I literally need, unfortunately, my younger dog Andre to go first, because if Diddy's fine with the puppy was doing all this puppy stuff all over Diddy, using him like a jungle gym, and Diddy's like, this is
He
cool.
didn't care. Aw.
But if it's just Andre and Diddy goes first, I can't bring another dog home, and he's gonna be lost. I came home oddly one day a couple weeks ago after I'd taken Diddy with me somewhere, and I heard Andre howling, which I'd never heard before. So I don't lose either of them. I'm very
Where
lucky.
did you guys go? Why did you leave me?
I'm very, and he doesn't even like being in the car anyway. So
He just doesn't want to be left out.
Yeah.
He just doesn't want to be left
like
out.
I need some doggy some doggy Wellbutrin like I take. How did you guys get started?
That's what Charlie needs.
How we got started?
Just started talking?
No.
Kinda.
Oh, yeah. We kind of, so my man Don, we kind of already was doing a podcast. You know how you sit around with a bunch of guys watching football, watching basketball, either his house or my house. We were just chopping it up. We would break down stuff. You know, we just talking smack. And the idea popped in my head here. I was with my neighbor John and another guy John, which is his friend, which is my friend now. We were just sitting down at the other end of the bar, chopping it up. Man is working. You know, they had just redid the spot here. There used to be Jamos, and you know, we came in here when they had a grand opening. It's different from when it was before. We were just sitting there talking, and so John Marley was always the one to say he was trying to get him and John to do a podcast.
I remember them talking about that.
And John
And they
was
never did it. Like, they never kind
well, John
of.
guys didn't want to do it. You know, he works for cybersecurity. So I'm like, I've been watching podcasts. So I'm like, yo, okay. So I'm like, all right, we get in his van. He's my neighbor. We go back. He goes driving up. I was like, dude, I'm going to start a podcast. And he was like, okay, do it. I said, how do I start? He goes, you got Google? Google it.
Right.
So, you know, and I would say this. You got to have the perfect commodity. You got to have somebody that can vibe off you, and they know what you think. You know what they think.
Chemistry.
You got to have that chemistry. That's my brother down there. That's like my big brother. I've been knowing him 12, 15, maybe 15 years. I don't know. We don't even keep track of it. We just know we've been knowing each other forever. I knew his wife before I knew him. So when I linked up with him first time coming to his house, oh hey bro, how you doing? Whatever. But I knew he would be the perfect person. And I asked him, he was like, yeah, let's do it. He didn't think I was gonna really do it. Right. First time we had a show at my house, he comes over, he did not think I was gonna do it. He'll tell you, man, he was just talking outside of his neck. At first I was, but then I'm like, yo, let's get it. And he came over, we did our first show. Like I said, we had to build our audience up on Facebook. The phone I have right here, that tripod with the ring light, put it inside. John was working the camera, working the laptop. And we just got with it, and then trials and tribulations, we had to make some changes and stuff like that. But like I said, when I was on the radio on Hot 97.3 on Tuesday, this was the piece right here we were missing. Having a beautiful mind, a beautiful woman, a hardworking woman, and she knows what she talks. She knows what she's talking about. So you got to have that chemistry. So that's how we got busy, and then it just started getting busier and busier and busier, and now we just hitting everything. This is our home base. We love it here, but the goal is honestly to have our own studio going in. We will get it. We will definitely get it because I got the right people. And then my man behind the scenes, the magician, the man with the many talents, Big Nick. You can call him, he got a lot of different names, but you got to have the right chemistry, and I do. I was blessed to be around these people.
You don't need a studio. You can do this. Is the studio. The studio goes where you are.
Pretty much, yeah.
I could keep doing it like this, but sometimes I like to have a guest come to the same spot, But that's the goal. Also, the other goal, like I said, we're gonna test the virtual thing out this coming Saturday. So that's something that we're gonna do. Because if somebody can't make it, I have a basketball coach coming on. She used to coach here at Toledo, legendary coach for women. And now she's at University of Miami Hurricanes. So we're gonna do that's gonna be our very first virtual podcast pretty soon.
You should ask Trisha how she feels about the twins getting boob jobs now that they've graduated.
I hate them girls, man. They're pretty, but I can't stand them, man. I'm gonna ask her that.
ask Trisha how long have they been itching to get those boob jobs?
Oh my God! Matter of fact, didn't one of the quarterbacks from Georgia quarterback was dating one of them?
Yeah.
They fell out or something.
What was he?
What's his name? What was his name from Georgia last year? He transferred. He transferred.
I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. Like kind of goofy looking, and I know he used to get picked. I know he used to get picked on.
He got bullied a lot. They put him in the lockers.
Yeah.
They put him in the lockers. I can't remember his name. But
well, he's put in her places, so he wins. I say put her places in a good way.
He's such a nerd. He legendary corny. He legendary corny, man. Dude, that's how we got started, man.
Good story.
Mr. Brown got some questions to ask you. I thank you for asking me that, man.
I love hearing the story.
I like asking questions more than answering them.
Okay, run it then.
Eric, you've been doing this for a while, man. What was the path?
When I was a kid, I listened to the radio a lot, like everybody.
Right, you gotta remember that. Yeah.
The music station, mostly like hip hop, pop, and dance stuff. Like I joked that like I didn't know songs had guitars till I moved to Detroit. And really, like when I was 12 or 13, the second biggest sports talk station in the country was in Philadelphia.
Okay.
And I loved listening to sports.
Right.
I remember, when a lot of kids would get sick, they were waiting for Price is Right. I was waiting for like the sports midday show to come on.
Yeah.
So I'd always wanted to do sports talk, and then I wound up lucking into an informal internship at the radio station I grew up listening to. And I wanted to go to school for broadcasting. I stopped attending class. I was going to Temple at the time, and my grades showed up. It was like December of '98. My grades showed up. I was getting ready to run out of the house, and my dad's like, "Your grades are here," and I think he knew because my dad was intuitive. I said, "Dad, I haven't been to class since October," and again, I think he knew. And my head hung, and he's like, "Okay, you have 6 months to make it work." And in 6 months, I moved out to Detroit with my mentor and haven't been inside a classroom where I needed to get a grade ever since.
Okay, wow, I was wondering.
It was luck. It was luck and some hard work once I got
Yeah.
in.
But you put that work in to get there. So
Absolutely.
luck and grace.
And to be so passionate about something that you're like, I'm doing this. I don't care what it takes, and I'm gonna do it.
already had your mind made up. Like you said.
I'm very fortunate. I've learned as I've gotten older. I knew that I had good parents, but to see the breakdown of family systems with other people, like I wish other people could have had my dad and the support that he gave me, because I couldn't do so much in my life. He would jump in front of a train for me and for my dogs, so I couldn't do it without him.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge.
And another thing, what were sort of biggest challenges that you had to go through to get to the position that you are in now?
In 2007, the company I was working with, financial changes, but really the whole industry was dealing with a lot of debt. So the company that I was working with began mass layoffs. I don't work for that company anymore. I did when I first moved here. On Obama's inauguration day, which I think we can all agree was quite historic,
Yeah.
they laid off like 20% of the company.
Oh wow.
You can put the pieces together of the date and all that stuff, but they had to start working on the debt. And a couple of months later, there were more layoffs, and that layoff allowed me to get promoted to a position that I didn't really want, but I knew that I was pretty good at, getting to oversee the radio station, called program director. But ever since then, it's been trying to survive. I'm fortunate again that I didn't get anybody pregnant. I didn't have to get divorced. My dogs,
Smart.
peanut butter is cheap. I don't have the cost that a lot of people that I've worked with had families that they love very dearly,
Absolutely.
or ones that they have to pay alimony for,
Right.
that force them to get out of the business. So I can stay in it as the money isn't what it once was. But that's the challenge. The challenge of all legacy media. One day, a long time from now, it'll be the same thing with Spotify. Somebody that started there will be like, I am worried about my job every day. It's just, the cycles of technology.
Like you said, adapt and then overcome. Another thing I want to ask you, when I go to Philly, where's the best place to get me a cheesesteak at?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
So Gino's and Pat's are the tourist traps. They're good, but they're tourist traps. I was very lucky that when I was growing up in the part of the city that I lived in, had a place called Steve's Prince of Steaks. I went all the time, it was good, but I had no idea, like once the internet came out, it was like a top 5 place. And they had a couple spots all over the city. Another place called Jim's, I don't know if they're open. Another place called D'Alessandro's.
I heard of them too.
There's a place called Mama's that's not necessarily known for their cheesesteaks per se, but they had 1 pound cheesesteaks. And yeah, so there's good places all over, but Pat's and Gino's are the tourist traps.
Tourist spots
Yeah.
right
And
there.
it helped that they were close to the stadiums in South
Oh,
Philly.
yeah.
That's what I'm gonna ask you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guess we're gonna be going to Philly, bro.
Yeah, we got to.
We're gonna tap into
I'd
Philly.
like
We do
to.
it. Have you ever been
I
to
want
Mr.
one of them
Spots
big
here?
boys.
Never been to Mr. Spots.
Mr. Spots is down in BG. It's either
What's the name of it?
Mr. Spots.
I heard about
Is that
that.
on Main Street?
Uh,
Well, is that the...
it's across from the Clazel.
Okay, yeah, I've
Yes.
been there once before.
So it's pretty easy to replicate a lot of the meat, but the rolls, because of the way the water is filtered, is hard to replicate here. Stubborn Brother does a pretty good job with their
With their
pizzas.
pizzas, yeah.
But Mr. Spots has all this stuff, I think, like flown in, like Amoroso rolls, and they're at least it's been many years since I've been, but it was pretty legit. I was pretty impressed as like a legitimate Philly cheesesteak, and it's kind of neat. They have Eagles, Sixers, Flyers, Phillies paraphernalia all over.
Oh, that's cool.
It was really. I don't have much of a heart, but it warmed what
Yeah.
I have
a
of
little
mine.
home away from home.
When they had, no, they had the names of the sandwiches were named after many of the neighborhoods I grew up in as a
that's
kid.
Cool.
Oh,
That's
wow.
really
So
cool.
that was kind of wild to see.
That's cool.
Okay. I love a good Philly chicken. I go to the east side where I'm from. I go across the water when I go pick up T-shirt orders or hoodies, such Big Apple Deli.
Oh God, I love Big Apple
You know what I'm
Deli.
saying? That's the spot.
The French onion soup.
Oh my God, man! You go in there, it's just got that it's a different type of vibe.
I've been
time I
going
go
there
I
ever
get
since I
happy.
was a kid.
Man,
We
it
go
go
there
hard, man.
when we
People
were
don't
kids.
realize it. And then if we had more spots like that, the structure, the building, when you walk in there, it's smelling good, that bread in there. I love it, man. That's probably kind of like how Philly is, ain't it? When you walk into a shop like that.
I've heard good stuff about them. Romans is the closest we come here to a good old-fashioned Jewish deli. And I can say that because I am Jewish.
Okay.
And I know Jewish corned beef.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
But we really don't have like a good deli like that.
Yeah, we don't.
For a bunch of different reasons, but Romans is the closest. But because it's no bigger than like this table, right outside the government center downtown. But it's like an East Coast deli where you get a piece of rye bread here, and there's like a fist of corned beef in the middle of it.
As it should be.
Man, you know about it.
I love a good corned beef sandwich. I love a good pastrami
I ain't had one in a
sandwich. I love
long time,
deli.
so I might
I love
have
deli
to-
sandwiches.
What's your
I love
favorite
everything
restaurant
about a
here?
good deli.
My favorite restaurant, I like Italian. I do like seafood too. A place called Rusty Road Trip. It's a food truck. I love seafood. So if between seafood and definitely Italian. Definitely Italian.
How about you
What's your
guys?
favorite Italian?
Huh?
What's your favorite Italian?
Italian. I love going either Massey's or I like going to Olive Garden.
Yeah.
I love it. The breadsticks. I love the shrimp
They do
Alfredo.
have good breads. They got
How about you guys? What are your favorite restaurants?
Definitely. Ever since I was
As we
a
sit
kid,
in a restaurant.
Ever since I was a kid, Kuzno's Steakhouse.
Ooh,
'Cause
east side.
when I was a kid, my parents would always take me there for my birthday, and to this day, it tastes exactly the same. I go
It
there.
does.
I go there every year on my birthday.
It's
Like
authentic.
I never miss it. Yeah. I hope it never goes away.
I don't think it will. It's been here forever.
It's been there forever.
Favorite restaurant?
Nothing here.
Okay, I will.
So much to choose from.
I'd rather go to the 313 on that one.
I will rephrase your favorite restaurant here.
Woo-wee. I had one, but they closed it down.
What was it called?
What was it at the mall?
At the mall.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Elephant Bar or
The Elephant Bar. Yes.
I loved Elephant
Oh,
Bar.
my
Elephant
God.
Bar
That one was good. It was good. That was
Yeah,
good.
I
What's
would
your
go
favorite
there all the
restaurant in
time.
Detroit?
It was good.
Sloppy Chops.
Where's it at?
That's my
It's
spot.
except for Euclid.
Yeah. Sloppy chops is
Yeah,
good.
Sloppy
never
Chops.
been there.
Yeah, I got to.
Ooh-wee.
I've never been there. I love the
Yeah,
Pegasus.
He referred me, and I took a young lady with me up there, and I had such a great time. Service was kind of slow, but it was short-handed. But I'm gonna tell you right now, the food was excellent.
I love Detroit. I love Detroit.
Yeah, you know,
It's
it
soul
was
food.
every day. You know, I worked in Detroit at Chrysler up there, so every day, you know, we was like ordering out and stuff like that. So,
That sounds good.
but right now, I guess I'm on the Jamaican kick right now.
Oh my goodness. Is that from there?
Yeah, that's
Is that
Sloppy
from there?
Chops. Yeah, that's Sloppy Chops.
That looks pretty delicious.
Food is good,
Sloppy
man.
chops for the win.
He told me about it, and I took a friend of mine up there, get lady I was seeing me, and I was like, yo, I was in heaven. The food is so good. I mean, I was like, yo, if I lived close, I would just shoot up there all the time. You know what I'm saying?
They got so many, you know.
Yeah.
I'm a big
Deja
Buddy's
Brazil,
Pizza fan.
you know, the Brazilian place up there.
Oh yeah, the
It's
Texas
good too,
food.
man.
Well, there's one downtown and then there's one in Livonia, right?
Mhm.
Texas State Brazil.
Yeah.
I've never been, and I like to overeat.
That's it. That's the one.
I'd
I'll be
like
there
to
all
go.
day, yeah. I've never been there, but I feel like I could just park it and I'd be there all day.
Yeah, man. You go up to Detroit, man, like I said.
I love
You know,
Detroit.
downtown Detroit's so nice, and when I went down there years ago, and they got the skate park and stuff and all that. They got that food. Now they got the food truck venues. Like 20 food trucks downtown. I don't know what day they do it, but they have it down there by the skate park and all that. Man, it's so good. Like I love a good meal. We kind of got away from that up here. You know what I'm saying? Toledo got a lot of spots, a lot of hidden gems, really. A lot of hidden gems, but like the soul food, we just don't have. Like we just don't. It hurts because you don't have it. Back in the day when I was a kid, my dad used to take me to his families. That was good. You know, just a lot of good places, man.
Sometimes people give me pushback on this, but again, we are all entitled to our own perspectives.
Right.
And having been a bunch of different places, I would say, and food and ethnicities are tied hand in hand. But
Yeah.
I always say, like, this is the least diverse place I've ever lived. There's black people, white people, and a smattering of everything else. And I can support that with the fact that there's 2,000 Jewish people here. I always tell my friends, for the first time in my life, my friends who were minorities, I hate that word, people who are not white, I'm like, I know how you feel. Because I've had people look at me before and they're like, I've never met a Jewish person. They like look through me, like, wait. And it's not ignorance or hate, but there's just so few of them here. And a lot of people don't leave the area. Like, they don't run into people of other religious or ethnic backgrounds. And then people are like, what about, but the whole South End is all Hispanic. I'm like, it's like that big. And all the Mexican restaurants don't count as like furthering the diversity of the community.
Facts. Yeah, it's home. You know what I'm saying? I went to school with a kid with Jewish house. It was 6th or 7th grade. You know what I'm saying? But you know, other than that, it is what it is. To me, everybody, we all the same color. When the lights go out, we all the same color. It don't matter to me. If my kids are mixed, I don't care. I don't care what it is. We all got to learn to live together.
It would be great.
Yeah, and that's what it is. And that's what it's all going to be about. So, we were picking Eric's band.
I feel like I'm in trouble now.
No. I don't want no smoke. I can't really do too much. I got to stretch my leg. I had a knee scope and they were draining. So, thanks, sis. Me and Don both got bad knees. I just had my hip replaced in January. I'm just falling apart, man, but it is what it is. So,
Tall man problems.
yes, working at my job for 16 and a half years.
What do you do?
I am a team leader at a supplier for Chrysler. We build the front end module for the pickup truck and for the Wrangler. So my job was, they had to move them out again. My job was I was in charge of line support, material handlers. So they took parts to the line for the line to build. So I was in charge of those guys, 12 or 14 people. So when I couldn't, I went back to work after having my hip replaced and I had to go back out because my knee was just swollen up and it was a lot of pain. And I lost my position because I had to go back out, which is understandable. So, just the factory beats your job. Beats your body up, man. Yeah. On and off a forklift, on that concrete. Now, Don was there when I was working 12. We were working 12 hours, and he would come over and relieve me. I taught him and a couple other guys to learn that job. That'll be the same thing what happened to him. He worked at Cooper Tire for years and different factories. That just beats your body up. So now I gotta get adjusted to things. I don't think it's over with yet.
No more dunking.
I haven't dunked a basketball.
Below the rim days.
I'll be honest with you, I love the game of basketball, but I'm not playing no more. I stopped playing in 2019 when we played in the men's league at my job. So, I think I ain't done no basketball since 2016, 2017. I don't know. I like to dunk. I didn't really care for dunking. I cared for more shooting. I was a shooter, so I like to shoot. You know what I'm saying? So.
Are there too many threes in the NBA?
Huh?
Are there too many threes in the NBA?
I like it.
Do you?
I like it because I like to shoot. And a shot I didn't like.
When you walked in the gym, you were ready to take a shot?
I was ready to shoot.
But you weren't in your range, but you were ready to shoot, right?
I let it fly. I was good at mid-range too, but I was decent on the free throw, three-point. I was a great free throw shooter. I could say that. As I got older, I got smarter. So it is what it is. So let's get into this NFL talks real quick. I got a couple questions. Go across the board, shoot it up. You know what I'm saying? You're a Philly guy. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get it in. So I'm gonna start with you. You give me something, and we go to Mr. Mann, we go to Mr. Brown, come back to me. Is Tyreek Hill a distraction to the Dolphins this year?
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah.
Would you like to elaborate why he would be a distraction?
Wide receivers are often distractions, but they eventually begin to outlive their welcome and become too expensive to deal with the distractions. And Mike McDaniel's job is probably on the line this year if they...
You hit it on the mouth, too.
I know he looked like a great coach. They had a good start.
Yeah.
He did the best he could with a quarterback who was always getting banged up. He seemed like the next great young head coach. We see his YouTube videos of him whipping the team up and everything, but some holes started to show last year. And I know some teams really started to pick apart his offense. And granted, the quarterback wasn't there a lot, and I don't know how much Tyreek is playing for the Dolphins as much as he is playing for himself. This is where I kind of pull back from knowing a lot of sports. I don't know the economics of it, but he would seem to be a great candidate to trade right now, so that Mike McDaniel can maybe get a couple of assets to hang on to his job another year. But yes, and yes.
Copy that. I like that. Miss Amanda.
I agree with all the points he just mentioned. Tyreek Hill, of course, receivers are divas in general most of the time.
I agree.
I do think he's a distraction because I think that you can be a great player without all the drama. And you know, he's got the trade requests, the domestic issues, injuries, inconsistencies. Says it all. He's not very reliable, and yeah, I think he's a huge distraction to that team. I feel bad for Mike McDaniel.
Bing. Mr. Brown, holla at me.
Yep, I'm in agreement.
Yeah.
You know, his off the field issues, you know, that domestic dispute he had with his wife, you know, the negative comments, you know, the statements he done made, you know, the trade demand that he had came out with earlier.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's taken away from the team, man. You know, putting more the light on him, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's a big distraction.
And
getting arrested in the front of the stadium.
Yeah, how
I did
embarrassing
forget about
for,
that.
for driving like a jerk. For driving like a jerk.
Yeah.
And all that congestion.
Exactly.
Driving like an ass.
Game day.
I'm going to agree with everything you guys all said because you know what? Here's my thing about him. I do like Tyreek Hill. He is a great receiver, and you got Waddle on one side, you got him, and the thing about it is, thank you, sir. They are divas. Not Mike Evans. He's not. Best receiver ever in the NFL. But
Ever?
best ever Tampa Bay receiver. I'm going to say
Hard to disagree with that, right?
I'm a Buccaneers for life. So he is one of the best receivers. But what I'm saying like this with Tyreek Hill is Tyreek Hill, to me, is all about himself. The Chiefs, he wanted more money. Okay, he went there. It is what it is, bro. The game is bigger than you. You got to be able to GT. When he did what he did last year, walk up the field, whatever.
Selfish.
You got to go. I would have got rid of him. Mike, even though he is you got Waddle on the other side, which is a stud receiver. But
That was a nice combination.
he is very all about himself. And I used to like him when he was at KC, but when he went to Miami, he got all full of himself.
Very
and
different.
I don't like that.
He
He's very
definitely
drama.
changed.
Kind of like T.O. a little bit when T.O. was, when he played. But he should be there helping out the youngsters that are coming in. You know what I'm saying? That's what your job is, But yeah, I agree with you guys on this. Now this is going to be a good one right here. Michael Parsons is making requests to be traded from the Cowboys. What the hell is Jerry Jones doing to the Cowboys? Here, holla at me.
Doing
What's up?
for
The
years.
same thing he's done for the last 35 years.
Yeah, what he's been doing.
Jesus.
Meddle as an underqualified GM and keep his team from reaching its potential.
Miss Amanda, you're
we-
hitting on the head.
We all know Mike is not going anywhere. He's going to end up staying in Dallas because Jerry says so. Jerry says no. Jerry is not accepting calls. Jerry has iced out Parsons' agent.
Jesus.
And that's how he runs the show. And that's how it is. He's not even accepting any kind of offers. I mean, it's Micah Parsons. He's not going anywhere. Just making Jerry more mad. Make him go in the locker room more. Yell at everybody.
So bad. Mr. Brown, man. I'll let me what you think.
never-
man.
Amanda summed it up right there. It's Jerry way or no way. Like you said, he's been doing it for years, man. So he'll pay you when he's good and ready.
Or he won't. And he'll say tough cookies.
Right.
That's it.
It's his way or no way, man. Whatever he decides, whenever he want to do it.
Yeah. So when I was watching, I think it was Monday. Yeah, it was Monday or Wednesday. I was watching the Get Up, and they were talking, and they interviewed Jerry. And Jerry, he's just such an ignorant individual, man. But then but he's a mastermind too at the same time. It's like Mr.
He's a master at 8 wins.
Yeah.
But if you he is a little bit. But the thing I don't like about Jerry, and this makes me mad, because he did it to Emmitt Smith, he did it to Michael Irvin, and he did it to Dak. C.D. Lamb. Now he's doing it to
Dez Bryant, all of them.
Yeah, he just does
That's
it
what he
all
does.
the time. And I'm like, dude, you gotta chill. And then his son's in there and he's running in his mouth more now.
Yeah.
I said, damn. The thing that bothers me more about him, just pay him. But you know what you're doing because you know you can't go nowhere.
They can't pay him because they paid everybody else.
Exactly. So you're gonna sit here, you're gonna do what I tell you to do. It just makes me. You don't see any other owner doing this. No other owner are doing what he does. I don't get it. But I'm just tired of him talking on the radio. Like, every time they put a microphone on him, he just says some off the wall smack. So all you Cowboy fans, I don't know what y'all gotta do. Y'all need to just have a group meeting and go to Dallas and talk to him.
No, there's nothing you can do.
They can do it on the third weekend
Remember
of January
last year,
during the
so he tears
NFC
whole
Championship
thing
game where they
down.
won't be.
The sun was in somebody's eyes.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now,
can't reason with him.
You have an owner that just doesn't care.
You can't
How
reason
you
with
feel
him.
And how what you think. It reminds me
set
of
in his ways.
What was that movie? I think it was Menace to Society. And remember Samuel Jackson? They were sitting at the table, and Kane was like little. He was real young at the table, and Samuel Jackson gets in an argument about the dude. Dude tell you, I told y'all I was gonna pay you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
He said,
yeah,
"What?"
yeah.
And then he shot him and stuff. That's how I feel like about Jerry. He's like Samuel Jackson from Menace to Society.
Yeah.
So they just made a new season of King of the Hill. I don't know if you're familiar with that show, but
I
I
love
watched
King of
that
the
show
Hill.
like
I love
crazy
King
when
of
I was a
the
kid. They made a new season, and there is an episode where they make fun of Jerry Jones, and it's really, really
Oh,
fun.
I gotta see it now.
You'll have to check it out.
It is set in Texas after all,
It is
right?
set in Texas. Bobby Hill's grown up. He's a chef, and Hank takes Bobby to this. It's like a Dallas Cowboys like dream mini camp, but like for adults, you know.
Yeah.
And Bobby takes his new girlfriend, who's this kind of like hippie girl that he met, and all three of them go. And Hank somehow they get into like the Cowboys headquarters, and Jerry Jones' office is down the hall. And Hank's like, "Let's go, Bobby. Now's my chance. I can finally meet the greatest," because Hank loves him. And they go in the office, and they walk in, and they open the door, and it's Bobby's girlfriend taking a dump on a picture of Jerry Jones on his desk.
That's Jackson.
Right?
So King of the Hill, South Park.
And
did it.
Hank is like, Hank's devastated because that's like his hero. And, the girl's upset from way back in the day because her dad worked for the Cowboys. Her dad got fired from the Cowboys, became an alcoholic, so she's been mad at Jerry Jones the whole time. So cut to the end, and Jerry Jones busts in his office, and he walks up, and he goes up to his desk, and he sees that picture, and he gets on the phone, and he goes, "Yeah, it happened again." He's like,
Used to
it. And it was just the funniest thing. And I'm like, I love that they did this episode.
It's all about Jerry, man.
It was so great.
Jerry show.
It was so funny.
Pull that one up.
It was so perfect. It summed it all up perfectly.
Cowboys never disappoint you every year. They never.
Great.
There's always
They
some drama there.
keep ESPN in business.
They
really do.
They
They
give
really
people
do.
to talk about stuff like
Yes.
this.
There's
They give
always
us
something to talk about with
but
the
they just-
Cowboys.
they just mess up so much.
Yeah.
So much.
There's always
Now,
something. America's team.
Yeah, right. Back in the 80s and 90s,
Jerry
man.
gave himself that title.
Yeah, he gave it to him. So, this was hard. How can Anthony Richardson Sr. win the Colts starting job over Daniel Jones? Now, like I said, preseason just kicked off this week, starting Thursday. Anthony Richardson gets hurt already. Dislocated finger, but he didn't come back. What you think?
He's got to stay healthy so we can see if he can stay healthy for 17 games, which he's not been proven to do.
Absolutely not. You got to drink some milk or something. I don't know.
That organization has probably fallen to the bottom 3 or 4 of most directionless in the NFL.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
But if Arch Manning winds up there, it's going to be like frozen envelope stuff and kind of spooky.
Yes.
I love that, Eric.
I agree.
No, he's got a good right there. They're still
gonna be
trying
so
to revive
different.
from Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. Me and Nick were talking about. I think he should have stayed in college. They looked at him as an athlete. He could do this and do that because he threw that deep ball in the combine. But it's more than just the deep ball, bro. He just can't stay healthy. Miss Amanda.
I agree. Obviously, Jones is going to get the start. I think Richardson can get fair play time, and they will switch it up and see how it goes for him if he stays healthy, and if he shows he wants to be there and he does good. I think he could get free. I think he could get play time. I don't think it's out of the picture for him, but it's early. I guess we gotta wait and see what happens for him.
I don't know.
But what are you gonna do? You know.
My God, what's up, bro?
Man,
bro?
I think Richardson, got a little advantage. He's been in the system 3 years now.
This is his third year.
Yeah, so he's a little more athletic, but like Amanda said, man, I think his best option is they should do some rotation time because
See what he can do.
He's gonna get hurt, and the only thing Daniel Jones got to do is just sit back and wait, because it's gonna be a matter of time before he get hurt, man. It's just gonna be Daniel's job, man. I think Daniel, he's a little more accurate throwing. He's not the runner.
He's
that
the veteran.
Man. So he's the veteran. He played many more games, but Jones gonna get that starting position.
They brought Jones in there for a reason, and that's just me. I agree with both of you, all three of you guys. I'm sorry. Here's my thing about Anthony Richardson. He's a great athlete. He could be a great quarterback. The problem is his health is the biggest problem. When you watch the game, I think it was Friday, he got hit from the backside. He's got to pay attention to his surroundings. I know that he had his back turned when dude hit him, but you got to know some things. You got to pay attention to those things. Preseason is good for these quarterbacks that need to be playing, that should be playing. Me and Nick said that. The ones that don't need to play, let them sit back and chill. But with Anthony Richardson, if he doesn't pan out this year, they're going to get rid of him. Because there's Daniel Jones, he's decent. He stole money from the Giants. The Giants just gave him some money and pushed out Saquon Barkley. But it's a good situation for him to revamp his career a little bit. But Anthony Richardson has to fight for this job, to audition for other teams. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if he doesn't start this year or even plays this year, you got to get rid of him. And start looking into the draft, like you said, because Archman, he could go there. He could go there. But rumor was that the grandfather said he's staying in college for 4 years, so he might not go to the Colts.
He'll probably stay this year because he can make as much money now.
Yeah.
I'm staying all 4 years. You make good money in college right now. Why?
And you get to learn more, about the game.
I'd
be milking it.
If you're a part of the Manning family,
they ain't hurting for money. No,
they're not hurting for money.
Education.
There's no rush for him to get into the league. If I'm Arch, you stay there. The Colts, I don't know who's gonna have the worst record this year, but the Colts, Daniel Jones is not bad, but he ain't great either. But Anthony, you gotta start drinking some milk, bro.
Yeah, see what they can do.
Not 2%. You need some vitamin D, bro. Because you just ain't working, bro.
Right.
So every time I turn around, your shoulder, your back, your arm, your hip bone connected to the knee bone, I don't know, bro. You jacked up, bro.
That's not
you
good.
bad as me and Mr. Brown.
And he's young, like,
he
that's
is young.
not
He's
good.
only 25 or 26.
Yeah, that's not good.
All right. This is where it upsets me again, too. I don't know what the Washington Commanders are doing, but does Jalen Daniels, does he need Terry McLaurin?
It would be helpful, but wide receivers are not the most important thing on the team. And when they become distractions, it's time to move on from them. He's a Pro Bowl receiver.
Yes.
He's a top 10, top 15 receiver.
Yeah.
I don't know the economics of that situation, but the only thing that matters in Washington is Jalen Daniels.
He's the future there. Here's my thing about, before I get to you, Miss Amanda. Here's my thing, what I had to say, and I talked to Mr. Brown about this. You need Scary Terry. You know why? He's never been hurt. He's never been banged up. You brought in Debo. Debo's a great receiver, but Debo got beat up a lot in San Fran. You need, I know Scary's 30 years old. Give that man his money. I'm just saying that because he's a great receiver. He's dependable. He's Mr. I'm open. He's gonna, if you need that first down, he's gonna get you that first down. 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. He's gonna get you that first down, no matter what. Mr. Amanda, go ahead.
Yeah, I think that Jaden definitely does need him. They have great chemistry together. which I think is really huge when you have a quarterback and a receiver.
Yes.
You can have 10 receivers, but if you don't have chemistry with any of them,
Yeah.
like, what's the point?
Right.
He was Jaden's top target his rookie year.
Yes.
Of course, he has other weapons, but their chemistry is huge, and I think they need him. I think they want to keep him there. I'd want to keep him there. Why not keep that streak going?
Well, I hope they do. I hope they do. Mr. Brown, what's up, man? This is your guy.
Oh yeah, like
You know you're a Browns fan, but
like-
you like Scary Terry.
Like you said, and like Amanda said, you know, they make each other look good, man. They built that chemistry together. Terry put him in the Daniels in the right position. Daniel put Terry in the right position, man. And like you said, he's one of the most reliable receivers in the league, man. And like you said, D-Ball, he's reckless. I ain't gonna say reckless, but he's one of those receivers that takes a lot of hits.
Yes.
So I think he needs Scary Terry. He's very dependable, man. So I think he needs it.
Okay. Got another good one. Ben Johnson is the coach for the Bears this year. No, Nick's kind of upset. That he came from Detroit, lost 2 good coaches.
Your boy.
Yeah, that was his guy. How does he do his first year with Caleb Williams in the Chicago Bears? How did they do their first year?
This is not a popular thing to do on this, but I have no idea. And nobody does.
You can't tell you, yeah.
For every wonderkind coordinator that has turned into a star, others have flopped. Like when Shane Steichen first left the Eagles to coach the Colts.
Yeah, terrible.
No. They were really good. Like
Yeah. I'm thinking about somebody else. Yeah, I mean.
You don't know, and I think that there's certainly questions about Caleb Williams, and if that marriage works together and reaches the potential people think it has, they'll be a good football team. But it's very likely that Ben Johnson is nothing more than a fantastic coordinator, and 17 games or 34 of them will tell.
Okay. Miss Amanda?
I agree. I think it's definitely too early to tell. I think he'll do a decent job just because of his aggressive offensive schemes that he likes to run. He did well in Detroit. He did well with Jared Goff. I guess we'll just see how he handles the position. And maybe he could be the one to unlock Caleb Williams. You never know. I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Okay. D, what's up, dude?
I'm gonna say hell no.
No, you say no.
He gonna have a rough year, bro.
Oh.
He gonna have a rough year, man. I mean, he's like Eric said, he's a great offensive coordinator, but he's inexperienced as being a head coach, man. And I think him and Caleb, man, they better invest in some Tylenol, something, man, because it's gonna be a rough year, man.
But
Caleb Williams, they gotta prove to me, have they built our offensive line? He
True.
was sacked 68 times last year,
He's
man.
got to stay injury
That's a lot.
free.
So
That's a lot.
that just ain't gonna change overnight, man. And
No.
they gotta go through the NFC North.
Yes.
Then, man, let me read you this.
It's tough.
Right.
The other schedule is Dallas,
Yeah.
Washington, the Ravens,
They got
the
a hard
Bengals,
schedule.
Pittsburgh, the Eagles,
They got a real
the
tough schedule.
Browns, the Niners.
They got a rough schedule.
A rough schedule, man,
For a rookie head coach.
along with their own division, man. It's gonna be rough. Very rough.
Well,
Well, I hope Caleb Williams doesn't
Yeah.
die.
Mr. Brown told y'all to invest in some Tylenol. Y'all Bears
Doesn't
fans.
sound good.
Y'all better y'all better
No wonder
pray
he's taking
every
the day off.
Sunday.
It's gonna be rough.
Saving up.
It's gonna be some whoopers.
No wonder he didn't play today. He's saving up.
Yeah.
He's got a long
You
season.
gonna need him every play. You gonna need him
A
every
long
game.
season ahead of him.
So it makes a lot of sense why. I'm glad you read that because that's why he ain't playing today.
Yeah.
Because they need him every.
They gotta
need
save
him
up.
every game. Here's my thing about this. Ben Johnson is a great offensive coordinator. I think he's a great mastermind. What he did in Detroit. I still don't like what Chicago did. You had Justin there. You didn't give him time to develop. He was only working with one receiver, DJ Moore. That was it. And he was making things happen. Then you ship him out. You bring this guy in that paints his nails. I ain't got nothing against that. But he's the same quarterback that you got rid of. So I hope Justin has a great year at New York, gets his money, more money than everything, because Chicago is going to really look back at this and say we should have kept Justin Fields. Because Caleb, I'm not saying he's not a bad quarterback, but Ben Johnson does have his hands full. And the schedule you just read out right now, that's a lot of punishment. That's a lot of beatings. And that's probably why they didn't want him to play today, because they're like, hey, we're going to need this guy for the regular season. But I'm going to be honest, man, they're in trouble in Chicago, man.
They is, man. I'm for your first year, too.
You better get used to the ice bath, buddy.
And they putting in the whole, like Amanda said, the whole new offense, man. So
you keep changing the offense every year, ain't nobody going to get good. I don't care what you got. So before we get out of here, we always got the segment, the nickel moment. So Eric, the nickel moment is, what was a changing point of your life? It could be from switching jobs, having not dogs, having dogs, Miss Chase passing away, I don't know. But give us...
I don't know that either.
Okay. But give us a nickel moment, anything was a changing point in your life, so people know.
When I was working at 92.5, and when the morning show was syndicated and I lost that job, my inbox and messages were filled with people who were like, thank you so much for talking about, all the mental health stuff, your therapy appointments, your medications. It helped me understand myself, helped me understand my kid. It helped me repair my relationship. It helped me be better at going to therapy. And I had no idea that I had that much of an impact on people. And at that point, that's when I decided that, this needs to be home, because I could go somewhere else and do another radio job. But you know what? As the industry was shrinking, it's like you go somewhere 3 years and the same thing could happen. So I had made a commitment to myself that whether I was going to continue to stay in media here, I was going to stay here and continue some type of advocacy.
Everybody has a calling.
They do. And usually it finds you before you find you. If you got your head down and you're putting the work in, it will find you in most cases.
Amen to that. I feel like this is, man, God puts people on this earth to find out what their niche is, what they're supposed to do, what their purpose in life is. And the purpose in life is probably drawing you here for mental health. Because mental health is we talked about it on our show multiple times. And I have some friends that deal with mental health and stuff like that. And it's a very hard topic to talk about, because I know people that deal with it and struggle with it on a daily basis. And you need people like you, outlet that deals with it, that can help somebody to understand what's going on. Because some guys don't even want to talk about it. Some guys don't. Some guys are trying to figure it out themselves. I know a lot of women that struggle with it too, but that's a beautiful thing.
One of the greatest things that I'm so happy about is when I go to various mental health community events, specifically the NAMI walk, and it's because people that they work with, and within NAMI and National Alliance on Mental Health here, National Alliance on Mental Illness, and the partners that they work with have done an incredible job reaching out to communities that typically don't talk about mental health, specifically the Black community. Like at the NAMI walk now, it is mostly a Black crowd, and I love that.
Yes.
I got people that I can reach to put themselves in the pool to help themselves, but those organizations making it a focus to get communities that typically downplay mental health issues to bring it into the light, and it's a magnet. The more people that talk about it, the more people that talk about it. And literally, when I do some of these events and I look different from everybody else, and they're like, hey, will you go say something? Or, no, man, you're doing just fine. Because I'm a big believer in, like when I would go to certain high schools, like when I went to Woodward, those kids didn't care one thing about my story. Because I didn't come from where they come from. I didn't look like who they look like. But now that we have more people in communities that have typically not talked about mental health talking about it, more people in those communities who are affected will begin to tend to mental health or whatever it is.
Yeah. But it starts with a person like you, of another color, that shows people like it's okay to talk about it.
When we were doing the tension and the boiling over of things in 2020 and 2021,
yes.
we heard so much of, everybody's blood is the same color. And I wanted to take that step further when we were able to get away from that. Is so is everybody's brain. If you bleed on this table or I bleed, we don't know what color that person is. It's the same thing with brains.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Thanks for having me.
No, thank you, man. I appreciate it. You guys got to check him out on his podcast. What's him in the podcast?
My name.
Eric Chase Podcast. There you guys go. Check him out, man.
You guys will have to come by mine, come on the radio show, all that.
We can set it up when we get done. We'll chop it up. We'll figure that out because we can definitely do that. Because at the end of the day, I like to see people and you're not even from this city, and you are actually doing a great job.
Putting in work.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, man. Because like I said, we need more people like you. And you're on the outside, and that's beautiful. You got somebody that came from Detroit, Philly, whatever, and he came here and he's setting up shop and he's trying to help out the community, and I love that. And whatever I can do to help my city, all four of us actually, to help our city, that's what it's going to be. Because this is Nick's city too, even though he lives in Michigan. He loves the city now. He's here a lot. He had a great weekend. It was his birthday Tuesday.
Happy birthday.
Wednesday was his birthday. Wednesday, I'm sorry.
All week was his birthday.
All week he turned up. He turned up.
What are we in? Sagittarius season, Virgo season. What season is it?
Yeah. Well, I want you guys to stay tuned for that because I am going to meet Miss Amanda and Mr. Brown. We're going to go on the Eric show and we're going to talk and chop it up with him. He can ask us questions. We can talk about some things. But thank you guys for tuning in today. Make sure you guys subscribe. Let all your friends know about it. If you live right, do right, you'll be all right. Next week, we got a big show. Check it out. All we got to do is take a